Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to share a money management strategy which is so good, so easy to follow that a child can even build wealth with it and be wealthy out of it. This strategy will actually help you to navigate your way to financial freedom, which is the FIRE movement, Financial Independent Retire Early. You just can think of it this way. It is just like Waze, which is navigating you throughout your journey. But in this time, it is not going into small roads. This strategy will help you to be as rich as Batman if you follow this with discipline. But if you are not disciplined, you will be as poor as Spider-Man. This is not what I said. This is what this website says. With that being said, let's jump into the 50-30-20 budgeting strategy. So 50-30-20 budgeting strategy is actually a strategy which I use throughout these years in order to help me build my wealth. It's basically a rule where you actually allocate a percentage of your money into three different things. So 50% of your income, in this case, is actually going into your expenses. 30% into your wants, which means you can actually splurge on things using the amount allocated here, and 20% into your savings. But allow me to elaborate further about this strategy. You should take into account of these things as well. The 50-30-20 rule applies to your income after deductions. Secondly, 20% of your income, which is the portion you use for savings, they can be used to repay debt as well. Next, 30% of your income. In many cases, you can actually reduce this 30% in order to achieve a higher savings rate. So the bottom line is this: the rule is not fixed. You can change it however you like. Now I will run a sample breakdown of an allocation of income to you. So let's name this person A, right? So person A is earning 2,000 ringgit a month. So the figure is after deductions. According to the rule, 1,000 ringgit, which means the 50% is used to pay for his expenses. 600 ringgit, which is the 30% part of his salary, is used to splurge on whatever he wants to buy. And 400 is for his savings. Quite easy, isn't it? So one thing here, the golden rule is not to disturb your savings by using it for other purposes. If you could even add more into the savings, that would be really great. But wait, 50-30-20%. If you use 20% of your savings in order to accomplish your goal of wealth building, I don't think it really can help you that much. So I came up with a few suggestions for you. First thing first, you need to save up for your emergency funds. At least 6 months worth of expenses saved up can really be a good emergency fund to help you in case emergencies happen. My second suggestion is that if you have saved up some money, after you have saved up your emergency fund, it's time to actually invest your money. So my top recommendation is actually to invest in the S&P 500 index fund. The S&P 500 index fund can give you an average return of 9 to 10% annually. So what you need to do is to invest your money in this index fund continuously without failing. By calculation, you will be a millionaire after 35 years of investing. So you have to keep in mind of these things. I actually didn't include any increment in your salary or any upskillings that you have made throughout your career, which means the salary stays flat all the way. So I didn't include inflation in these numbers, but I was just gonna demonstrate how the money is gonna compound over time and how it can elevate your wealth. The beauty of this rule is that actually you can move the numbers around. You do not need to actually follow them strictly. And in some cases, actually you can move the numbers according to your objective at that period of time. So let's say if you are gonna save more money, you are gonna, of course, save more than 20%, right? Instead of following strictly 20%. So the number is really up to you to adjust it. You can probably try saving for 40% instead of 20%. So one of the way to achieve this personally is that I reduce my allocation for once 30%, I usually reduce it a little bit in order to help increase the amount of savings that I do every month. Also keep in mind that as you are going through your career, you usually have increment in your salary. So it is not really fixed in terms of the numbers. So your savings, naturally it will go higher as well as your expenses. That's it for the video. I actually think that the 50-30-20 budgeting strategy is one of the best ways for me personally to build my wealth. Have you ever tried using the strategy? You can share your personal finance journey in the comment section down below. If you find this video interesting, you can support me by liking, sharing and subscribing to my channel, as in the future I'll be posting this kind of personal finance content as well. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.